Hey, Toolpathers, quoting updates. Let's get to it. So when you're in a report now in Toolpath, you'll see the estimate page, which is the original estimate page that you know, and you'll see the estimate beta page. And our team's goals with the estimate beta page were two things really. One, make it more adjustable. We had a lot of feedback from folks that wanted to add a line item, wanted to adjust the time or cost, and just couldn't quite get the results that they needed without having to export a CSV or go to another system. So we've made an editable spreadsheet. Any line in here you can click on and adjust. Goal number two was a more complete quoting workflow. So the ability to send PDFs and actually prepare quotes for customers. So you'll see we've added single quantity and multiple quantity mode, and we can now download PDFs and send PDFs as well as get share links. So let's go through this part and show how we might use this new interface while we're quoting. First thing is everything in the spreadsheet is editable, and there are some ways to make bulk edits as well as click on any line or row and make changes there. So the default pricing for machining rate, setup costs still comes from your estimate preset. You can access the estimate preset through the gear icon in the top here. You'll see some options. So estimate mode is going to choose what we show. So actions, operations, or strategy view, basically actions grouped are going to group that a little bit by tool and actions, so like roughing or finishing. And then we can also look at features and grouped features. Estimate preset, we can view and select right through here, and we can adjust. So let's say this is a rush job, so I'm going to bump up my machining rate a little bit. And a couple features, small holes, some key seats that maybe I'm not the most familiar or comfortable with. So I'm going to drop my feed rate ratio down just a little bit to buy myself a safety margin in this quote. We'll see that my prices update there, so my machining rate has gone up. And now I can go through the strategy and make some changes. So I can say, you know what, Toolpath always drills a little fast for me. Let's see what the default was there because I already changed it. So let's bump that up to 18 seconds for that drilling and maybe 33 seconds here. T-slot also looks a little quick. Let's give that 40 seconds and just be safe there. And I'm going to need to order that tool. So I want to add those costs into this estimate. So I can hit plus here. I know there's another key seat in here. So I'm going to come in here, hit plus again. That's going to add those tools as line items. And now I'm actually going to tell the AI agent, find the key seat tools I added as line items and add the price. So it's going to think on that. I can keep making my adjustments. In this table, all the sub-levels or lower tiers roll up into the larger tier. So I could do what I did and set up one and go through and adjust some machining times, or I could say, okay, it's saying 646 for this. I'm going to bump this up to 730 just to be safe there. And that will override everything beneath it. We still have those rows as reference, but we can see I edited the top level time for setup too, and now Toolpath will obey that. Another thing that I want to add into this quote is anodization. So let's say here I can add a line item, say anno. Quantity is going to be 1 because I have a per piece quote on it, so I'm going to say $1.80 a piece. If I did want to change this with any line item, I can come over here, hit the 3 dots, and convert to dollars per hour, and then my quantity will become time, and my price will become an hourly rate. So Toolpath has found the price on those tools. I'm going to hit continue, and we should see it fill in that price there. So very quickly, I was able to come through here, make some changes, tweak the estimate to capture some things on my shop floor, as well as some things that I know that Toolpath doesn't always do the best job at. Next step is going to be preparing the quote. So if I come down here in the bottom right, I'll see the summary, so 15 minutes for one of these, material cost, other items. If I want a quick look at quantities, I can come in here, I'll change that to 20. We'll see now we're just under 5 hours of machining time and our material cost has gone up. Let's prepare the quote. When we prepare the quote, we'll see from, and this is my team name, and then my name and address, and then bill to. If you hit the pencil icon here, if you haven't set up an address book, it'll prompt you to add a recipient. So we can click here, we can see our customer, we can enter new customers, and manage an address book for these quotes, and the PDFs and links will generate right within Toolpath. Something I notice here is that my tooling pricing is being shown to the customer. I don't love that. So I'm going to go back to estimate. And what the quote interface shows is the top level items in our spreadsheet here. So we'll bring those tooling costs under our setup charge. And now when we prepare quote, we'll see that that tooling is included in our setup charge. In the quote, we can hit the gear icon and change to multiple quantities. This is going to allow us to enter a max discount and the quantities that we want to quote the part for. So I can say, okay, if I do a 15% discount for 56 of these, that gets me just under $148 an hour. I'm good with that. We can decide not to include the top level costs in the part price if we want to show our setup charge as a separate line item. And if we do include the setup charge in the top level cost, which shows how the price per quantity changes, we can show that that line is included here. So give it a shot. Let us know what you think. We're really trying to build in public with some of these new updates. So we've added this give feedback option here. This comes directly to me and the team. So we want to hear about how this fits into your quoting process and what you want to see next. Thanks, everyone.